Well, here we are. Anyone who watches the channel knew this was going to happen because there was no way I was missing out on the Duskbloods, especially with how much fun I've been having playing Night Rain. This is the Nintendo Switch 2, and I am very excited to unbox this thing. Yes, there is controversy around pricing, and I'd be lying if I said I was going to buy everything that comes out for this console. Some things are just way too expensive for what they are. Thankfully, this launch version came with Mario Kart World, and my daughter and I have been having a great time with it. The screen on the Switch 2 comes in at 7.9 inches, and while we gave up OLED, it still looks fantastic. The new Joy-Cons feel great in the hand, with a little more heft than the originals, giving them a slightly more premium feel. The magnetic snap into the system is also extremely satisfying, and after spending the last few days switching between docked and undocked mode regularly, I can tell they aren't going to wear down easily. I had the extreme pleasure of being sent a couple of premium cases for the Switch 2 ahead of release from TomTalk, and they are perfect for carrying your new console around safely. The Fancy Case G05 Nintendo Switch 2 Slim Case is a great option for tossing your Switch 2 into a bag and had plenty of storage for your games. But my preferred option is the Game On G49 Nintendo Switch 2 Sling Bag. Our Discord members know that I recently needed to spend 4 days traveling for a business trip just before the Switch 2 release, and this bag was an absolute champ. It was the perfect size for carrying not only my Switch, or Switch 2, but a dock, controllers, and game cases, as well as all of my wires. It was also the perfect size for being considered a personal item on flights, so I could use this along with my carry-on bag on the plane, didn't have to check anything. I cannot suggest this bag more strongly, and I know I'll be using it regularly from here on out with my Switch 2. Check out the link in the description to get one for yourself. Getting back to the unboxing, you get all of the usual inserts you would expect packed in, as well as your charge cable, HDMI 2.1, and dock, which is a huge upgrade from the original Switch dock. You also get the controller attachment for your Joy-Cons, and this time around it feels much better to hold, coming across more like a standard game controller in the hands than the previous iteration. Of course, a Pro controller will always be king in these situations, but this is a really nice alternative starting out. This time around, the Joy-Con straps are open instead of solid buttons, which I thought would feel weird, but it absolutely doesn't. I assume they went with this form factor because it will work better with the mouse controls, but I haven't gotten to play with those yet, so I can't really comment on how that feels. For $500, getting the Switch 2, all of its standard accessories, and Mario Kart World feels like an appropriate price. And while there may not be too many options for launch games, I'll get a lot of use out of this console in the near future, with Elden Ring the Tarnished Edition, Hades 2, Silksong, and the Duskbloods. Let me know if you want me to show it off a little more through streams, and thanks for stopping by.